In this video I'm going to show you how to set up Learning with Texts on our website, how to get it ready for your Korean study. I'm going to show you how to import a new text, how to link to an audio file, and how to study with the program. So let's get started. If you go to our website, it's www.kitakorean.com/LWT, Learning with Texts. And from here it'll take you to our login information, our login page. If you haven't registered, you'll need to register so that you can log in and use the application. So enter your registration information, your login details, and then it'll take you directly to the Learning with Texts home page. There it is. So since this is the first time that I'm using this program, it says here, hint, the database seems to be empty. You may install the LWT demo database or define the first language you want to learn. If you do the demo database, it's going to install a lot of things like German and Chinese and French and things like that, a lot of different sample texts, even sample audio. It'll also install one single sample file for Korean. There's about 10 words in there and a very short audio file, but it's a sample. If you want to do that, you can, but I'm going to choose define the first language you want to learn because I only want Korean. So in here you can type the name of the program that you want. This is the first dictionary you can link to, the second dictionary you can link to, and Google Translate. You can choose the file size, character substitutions, regular expression splits, where does the sentence split, here are exceptions for sentences, and here are the regular word characters. So right now it looks like it's set up for English a little bit. But there's an excellent website, Korean Fluency, and they have figured out how to use it with Korean. So they provided down here a lot of good information for Korean, how to set it up for Korean. And the link for this website will be in the description for this web page and also for this video. So you can click the link to go to this website if you want to copy and paste things to get ready for Korean. So let's go back to Learning with Text and let's just call it Korean. As you can see from his page, he typed it in Hangul, Hangugo, but I don't care, I just want to use Korean. And then he used the first dictionary here. This is an English to Korean Naver dictionary. This one's really excellent. It's the one that I use. So paste that into the dictionary 1 URL. And then the second one he uses is a Korean to Korean dictionary, which that would also be helpful as you advance in your Korean studies. So let's paste that one also. I think the Google Translate looks about right. Oops. Except we have to change the starting language to Korean. That's what we have to do. Starting language equals Korean. Finish language English. Right? Yep, that looks right. And then the character substitutions. I think that looks right. Yeah, you don't have to change anything on character substitutions. Regular expressions, sentences. You need to copy this regular expression split sentences. Copy that. Paste it in there. Except for that square, except for that box. You don't want that box. And then the characters. You want to make sure that you get the characters right, otherwise it's not going to read anything properly. Paste in the characters without the box. And that should be just about right. And you can see everything else is no, no, no. And that should be all that we need to do to set up Korean. So let's save it. No. Let's save it, and there you go. First Korean. Here it says how many texts you have, how many old texts, and how many terms. You could export it if you want. You could set it as your current language, edit it. You could test the language, a lot of different things, add a new language. But let's just go back to the home. You can click the logo, or you can select in here and go home.